guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know this isn't like the usual scene that you guys are used to seeing me in, but today is gonna be a little different. I'm gonna give you the raw, unedited, everything. And I still have a scarf on my hair, because I'm gonna be recording a hair tutorial for you this Friday for you guys. But I wanted to do this video because I planned on doing that, but because of the recent activities that have happened in my life recently, I think it's really time for me to do it. So, this Saturday, I lost a friend. To suicide. I'm gonna try to do this video without crying, but you know, I told you I was gonna give y'all the raw, unedited me. So if I cry, I cry. But fast, no, rewinding back a month ago, there was this teen who set their parents' house on fire, and um, he was arrested for it. Fast forwarding back, skip a little. So this, not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before that, I think that was the 20th, I was half asleep, and I got a Snapchat. Well, not got a Snapchat, but I looked at Snapchat, and one of my friends from high school was saying rest in peace to one of our friends. And, it was a little shocking, but I didn't think anything of it at the time. I was, like I said, I was half asleep. I didn't know how to process it. So the next day I went to work, didn't remember it, just woke up like my normal day to day, and um I went to work. And 2 hours before I was scheduled to get off, someone else had posted it on Snapchat. It didn't make sense to me because I've never seen him upset. I've never seen him mad. I've never seen him anything but being happy, goofy. He was always telling jokes. He was way taller than I was, and I used to always think he was older than me because of how tall he was, but apparently not. He was actually 2 years younger than I was. So I began to slowly process what was going on. At the moment, I had just sat there, and then I began to feel like flustered, like really hot and uncomfortable. And then my eyes got watery. And I kept feeling like I wasn't going to cry all the way. Because, like, right now, my eyes are watery, but I'm not crying all the way. But I cried all the way. So, an hour having passed, I was starting to relax. It still hurted, but, I didn't know what had happened. I didn't know what was going on and whatever. So, I asked the girl who posted it on Snapchat, one of my friends, what was going on, and she said all she knew was that he committed suicide. And at that moment, I lost it. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know how to feel. I didn't know how to function. I didn't know what to do. And then it just hurt. I'm trying. I'm trying, you guys. I'm trying to get through this. So, when I told you about the guy who burnt down his house was actually my friend. Come to find out, he had schizophrenia, which anybody who doesn't know, you can always look it up. But the easiest way for me to explain it to you is that you lose touch with reality. Like the way your mind and how you see the world is different than how normal people see it. So he got locked up for burning down his parents' house, and he told everyone, I guess, from what I've read, that anybody who would listen, any authority, he was going to kill himself. He was going to hurt himself. So they did give him medical attention. Um, he denied it. From what I've heard, I could be wrong, but from what I said, read in the article, it did say that inmates can deny medication no matter if they're not in the right state of mind, which I think is crazy because I feel like if they're not in their right state of mind, they shouldn't be able to make their own decisions. Their parents or someone close to them should be able to make that decision for them because they may not make the right one for them. So, about that Friday, so Monday was the 21st, and whatever that Friday was, is when I read the article and it tore me to pieces. They had him on 30-minute surveillance. They didn't take anything out of his cell to possibly stop this, and he hung himself with his sheets. And it makes me realize that you never really know what someone is going through. You never know how someone really feels, and you never know what could happen. And I always thought, I wish I would have kept in touch. I wish I would have, like, checked up on him. But my high school class was 400 and some people, I believe. 200, between 200 and 400 people. Even just saying, okay, just say 200 people. I cannot keep up with every single one of them. And I really had to tell myself that to really realize it was nothing I could do. It's nothing anybody outside of that jail system could have done. Now, inside of the jail system, they could have took his sheets away, could have took everything out of his room. They could have not allowed him to make decisions for himself. They could have put him on 24-hour surveillance instead of 30-minute surveillance. A lot can happen in 30 minutes. That's another story for another time. So, I have some tips for you guys for people who are not suicidal and for people who are suicidal. Speaking from experience, speaking from viewing it from other people and seeing it from other people's point of view. So, without further ado, let's get to doing these tips. My first tips, I'm going to do 5 tips for non suicidal and for suicidal. First of all, being suicidal and having suicidal thoughts, in my opinion, is two different things. I feel like having suicidal thoughts, everybody goes through at some point. Everybody breaks down, just wish they were dead, wish that they didn't have to go through these things anymore. It happens. Everybody feels it. It's not okay. It's not cool, but it happens to just about all of us. Being suicidal means you either have some sort of mental disease that cause you to do crazy things that could cause you to commit suicide on yourself, or you've tried to actually physically do bodily harm to yourself. So, number one, for people who are suicidal, talk to someone. Please talk to someone. I'm actually liking this setting. I don't know, it's weird. I like the lighting. It's my computer. I'm doing it on my computer. I usually do it on my camera, but I didn't feel like I don't have anybody here to help me set it up, so I didn't feel like going back and forth and checking it and all that because I could do it over there because I know where to put the camera and everything, but whatever. That's not what we're talking about. Number one tip is to talk to someone. I don't care if it's your worst enemy. I don't care if it's someone you haven't talked to in a long time. I don't care if it's me. I'll leave my email. My email is down below. If you wanted to send me a long message about how you feel every day, just so you know you have somebody to vent to and you just want to know there's somebody listening to you, I'm here. I look at my emails every day. I check my emails every day. My emails come straight to my phone. My phone vibrates. I check it. If it's nothing I need to worry about, swipe it away. And then I always make sure I go back and check and make sure I didn't swipe away anything important. Because then I go in and detailedly like delete things. So if you ever need anyone to talk to, I'm here. You may not know me. I may can't give you the best advice, but I would do my best. Speaking from experience and just do my best. So my first tip for people who aren't suicidal, listen. Sometimes they just need someone to listen. Sometimes they just need an ear. So regardless if you don't like them, regardless of what your relationship was from this moment back, throw it out the window and listen. My second tip for people who are suicidal is to find someone or something that you love. And whenever you get in that slouch, whenever you get in that mindset, think about that person. For me, it's my brothers. I love my brothers to death. All of them, my older brother and my baby brothers. They're my world. And I always think about if I were to leave this earth, if I were to get rid of myself, how would they feel? You know? My second tip for the people who aren't suicidal, remind them of them things. Remind them of the good times. Remind them of how y'all relationship was before y'all didn't become friends. Remind how your relationship was before y'all lost touch with each other. Remind them of the relationships y'all do have and be there for them. Text them. Even if you don't talk to them every day, text them every day. Say good morning. How are you today? Don't forget to smile. I love you. Those little things can really help a person. My third tip for people who are suicidal, if you can seek professional help, go for it. They could probably give you more advice than me, your friends, your mom, dad, cousins, aunts, uncles could probably give you. They can make you see things a different way than what family and people who love you can make you see things. And the tip for people who aren't suicidal, go with them. Be their support system. Be there for them so they won't feel so alone when they go. My fourth thing for people who are suicidal is this tip may not work for everyone, but my thing. Okay, the fourth tip will, the fifth tip won't. I'm going to do those together. The fourth tip I was going to say, just think about there's someone out there who is going through something much worse than what you're feeling. You may feel upset because you can't pay your bills, you feel like you're struggling with your kids, you feel like you can't get through school, you can't life is just hitting you hard all at once and it's just so much that's just coming down on you. There's always someone out there that is struggling and is dealing with something much worse than you ever can. And with my fifth tip for people who believe in God, this, as I said, this tip may not work for everyone. I was always told that God sends his strongest angels his hardest test. And think about if you feel like to the point where you feel like you just want to give up and you cannot just take this world, you have a hard test. And God must believe that you're so strong. God must believe that you can handle the world if you feel like the weight of the world is on you. My fourth and fifth tip for people who aren't suicidal, and then I'm going to wrap this up. I didn't realize it's going to be a very long video with y'all. It's important. My fourth tip to go along with knowing there's somebody else there that's doing worse than them. Talk about your struggles. Talk about the things that make you upset. Talk about the things that make you feel down and explain to him how you get through it. What makes you be able to deal with the weight of the world without feeling like you have to end your world. My fifth tip relating, I don't know if I can really relate that with the fifth tip. Yeah, okay. So my fifth tip with being suicidal was God's giving you the hardest test because he believes you're the strongest angel. Remind them how strong they are and how they can get through it, how it won't last forever. Nothing lasts forever. You lost your job. It won't last forever. You can't support your kids at the moment. It will not last forever. And I'm going to do 6 tips. And my sixth tip and final tip for everyone, regardless of who you worship, who you believe in. Sorry, I had a alarm set. No matter who you believe in, no matter who you worship to, who you pray, who you go to when you need help, you must pray. Prayer is everything. Prayer will get you thinking about things a different way than what you hear them, how you feel in your head. It'll give you someone to vent to, even if you're venting to yourself if you don't believe in God. But it gives you God to vent to. The person who's giving you this hard test to feel like, okay, they're going through it. It's hard for them, and they still have faith in me. I'm going to lay low a little bit. God is an amazing God. He's all powerful, and he can't help you until one, you learn to trust in him and you learn to help yourself. I love all of you guys. Like I said, if y'all ever need anybody to talk to, if you just need somebody to email every day so you know somebody's listening, I'm here. I'm leave my email down below. Um, I'll leave my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter, my Snapchat. Um, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and email down below. So if you need anybody to talk to, I'm here. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video.